What is up, gentlemen and lady, for the 14% of the audience that's still female? Guys, today is going to be the first episode in what I call Lessons from a Legend, a new little series I'm going to do here on the channel, where I talk about the 3 biggest lessons that I learned from some or other legend in strength sports. So they can be powerlifting, weightlifting, strongman, or bodybuilding even, which leads us to today's candidate, which is Tom Platz. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tom Platz was an 80s era bodybuilder who was known and still may actually have the best legs in bodybuilding history. Even pros nowadays can barely compete with this dude's legs, especially since he actually had calves matching his humongous thighs. But he wasn't just known for that. In the strength sports world, he was known for this insane feat at squatting 525 for 24 reps, which is absolutely insane. And he's also known just for training with this absolute insane intensity that only a madman can muster. But I want to talk today about the 3 biggest lessons I learned from Tom Platz and watching his videos. He's had a recent resurgence, actually, thanks to TikTok and YouTube Shorts and that sort of space. A lot of you may have seen the new shorts coming out, clipping an old interview he did with David Hoffman from a couple of years ago. Or old training session, rather. But guys, let's get into it. The first lesson that I learned from Tom Platz is to do what's hard and not what's showy. And what does that mean? Guys, Tom Platz built his legs on squatting. He would squat every single time he went to do legs. He basically, if he wanted more, he would just squat more. Just more intensity, more sets to failure. Just harder every single time. And that should teach you guys something about the basics. He talks in this interview with David Hoffman about people wanting to use stuff like the leg press because it's showy, because it's easy, because it isn't as hard, or people wanting to squat in a way that's going to let them use more weight to look good. He says, I'd rather have somebody put on a couple of good plates and get 15, 20 good reps doing it the way that you know that's going to work than try and press some idiots who don't even matter. That's the first thing. The second thing is use your rage, use your pain. There's a video that he made, a short that you can look at, where he talks about when he was prepping for the 1981, I think, Mr. Olympia. 4 months out from the Olympia, his fiance at the time left him for his training partner, and he went, "What? This is insane. This hurts so much. How the hell am I going to train?" And then he says he doesn't know how, but he would open the door to the gym and his arms would grow. Every exercise he did worked better than it had ever worked before. Everything he did was just insane. He grew just looking at the weights. Why? Because he channeled the rage and the pain and all the shit that had happened to him. He channeled it into work. He channeled it into the gym. He channeled it into his squats, into his fucking behind the neck press, into anything. You look at videos of him training, he was fucking screaming at the top of his lungs, set to set to set, just going harder than anybody else. Why? Because he was using the pain that he felt. He was using the rage. Guys, you can also use your pain. The gym is the one place, the one outlet you have where you can go and use the shit that happens in your life to go do something. And I guarantee you, when you start doing that, your progress just explodes, because suddenly you take away a barrier. There's something holding you back. When there's enough of that just raw emotion, that barrier gets taken away. It disappears. Suddenly things are possible that you never thought were. The third thing that I learned from Tom Platz is fail. Fail every single time. And I don't mean necessarily going to failure, although, I mean, if anybody goes to failure for multiple extended sets, Tom is the king of just, like, he said he ended up training his legs twice a month because he would just use so much volume and intensity, just so many sets to failure, just so hard that he actually couldn't get away doing it more than twice a month. And that's just a testament to, you know, the trade-off between volume, intensity, and frequency. But I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is fail every time you go in. Failing isn't losing. Failing isn't throwing in the towel. He says, once you fail, the only place to go is to win. Failing isn't losing. Giving up is losing. Stopping short is losing. Not giving it 100%, that's when you lose, not when you fail. Because when you think you're done, he says, you always have 5 reps left. You always have that extra little bit to give. You always have that extra 5%. He talks about when he was a kid, he made a promise to himself that he'd never leave the gym knowing that he had 5% left. He always made sure that everything he possibly could have done, he did. You see videos of him, he'd squat, he'd finish a set, he'd have what's essentially a 20 repper. And if you guys don't know what a proper 20 repper is, it's probably the most brutal squat workout you'll ever do for just a single set. He'd shit the bed, he'd lay on the floor for 10 minutes, towel on his face, dying, and then do one more set. Because guess what? He could do one more set. You can always do one more set. You can always do 5 more reps. So fail. Fail all the time, whether it's at the gym, whether it's anywhere, because failing isn't losing. You lose when you stop trying. You lose when it's not important enough to go as hard as you can anymore. That's when you lose. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that you guys can take some of the lessons that I learned from Tom and use them in your own life, in your own training. If you like this series and you want more episodes like these, please let me know in the comment section below. Like the video. This has been Rambur. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.